3 up, 2 across, tap that play button 3 times, and walk through the archway into Dialogue Alley. Hello and welcome to the podcast. Dialogue Alley is a show all about Harry Potter books, book translations, and all other things magical. I am Melanie from the Harry Potter collection, and with me today is Carly from All the Pretty Books.
Hello.
And Erik from Nocturne Erik.
Hello.
And just to tell you super quick, the 3 of us are Harry Potter translation collectors. It means we collect Harry Potter books in all sorts of different translations, variations, and all sorts of other cool things. Sometimes rare books, sometimes other books. I am talking super fast because we are doing something super cool today, and we are talking about our main segment, which is 25 Harry Potter facts in 25 minutes. Can we do it? I don't know. That's why I'm talking fast.
But why 25?
Because we're just about to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. 25 years of Harry Potter magic.
Woohoo!
So that's why we're doing that. 25 facts, 25 minutes, 25 years of amazing things. So, super quick, Erik, do we have any news?
Not really. Our whole main segment is news. 25 years worth of news.
That's right. Cool. So we're going to jump right into the main segment.
Perfect.
All right, Erik, number 1, go.
Number 1. So, the first thing is probably the first thing that happened in 1997, right? Which is the Philosopher's Stone book is released on June 30th in the United Kingdom. And Carly, tell us about the print run of that, because it was small.
It was very small. It was 500 hardcover books and 5150 softcover books released at the same time.
Did people buy it right away?
It was slow, but it did go. I mean, people were very excited about it.
What happened to most of those books now?
Well, now they're very expensive.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. So that kicked it all off. Melanie, number 2.
All right. In 1998, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is released in the U.S. That is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, not Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, to be a little bit different because we had to change things so it would become a little bit more appealing for kids, apparently.
Also, something like 248 commas were also changed in the text block.
That's pretty wild. I didn't know that there was well, obviously there's an exact number, but I didn't know what that number was. So that's really cool.
Yep. They changed some of the other grammar too.
Huh. Fun facts. And also, Chamber of Secrets is published in the UK. So I guess the book did pretty well, the first book.
It did okay.
I mean, a sequel a year later, within a year, that's a pretty big deal.
It's not bad. She was killing it. She was killing it.
Also interesting, in 35,000 copies of Sorcerer's Stone were made in the first print run alone.
Oh, that's very important.
So, I know. Number 3, 1999, Chamber of Secrets is published in the U.S. Prisoner of Azkaban is published in the U.K. and in the U.S., but it's later in 1999. There's actually a lawsuit over that.
Right. We talked about that in one of our episodes, I believe with Patricio also, when we talked about the timeline of translations.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think we did. I think we covered it then.
And that was a huge deal when that Azkaban book was released because people were importing it. I think people did that for Chamber of Secrets also. They would import the book.
That's what started the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Azkaban happened again, and people are like, yep, this is kind of a big deal, and that's not good. So that leads us to number 4, which is the year 2000. Goblet of Fire is published in both the U.S. and the U.K., and that happened at the same time.
Yes.
Yep. And the first Harry Potter book was published then. Mm-hmm. Yep.
For number 5, in 2001, Sorcerer's Stone is a movie, and it premieres in London. Well, was that Sorcerer's Stone, or was it Philosopher's Stone?
It would have been
Depends on where you
Philosopher's
are.
Stone, but depends on where you are.
Yeah, because they actually came out with 2 variations of that Some places it's Philosopher's Stone, some places it's Sorcerer's Stone. So that means that they had to film those things 2 times, which is pretty cool.
I think I texted you guys, or maybe I mentioned it in our episode about the movies. I didn't realize the box set I had was the UK versions of the movies. I don't know why, because I think I'd owned them all on DVD, and I just picked up the box set on like a sale on Amazon or something, and I'm watching it, and they're saying all the Philosopher's Stone stuff, and I'm like, well, I guess I have the UK versions of these movies.
Look at that.
How about that?
All right, Carly, what happened in 2002?
The Chamber of Secrets movie, Melanie.
Oh.
I know, right?
Fun Harry Potter magic every single year. There's zero slacking.
Seriously.
No, and I can't believe, like, the books coming out really quick, like, was surprising, but the movies coming out really quick was not, because I believe they realized early on when she said there were going to be 7 of these, they're like, wait a second, we got to keep these kids looking as young as possible, so let's just pump these things out as quickly as we can. So they did, because...
And they did.
They did, because the next one, 2003, is when the... or 2000... No, yeah, I'm sorry, 2003.
No, 2003.
Yeah, is when the Order of the Phoenix book was published worldwide, and again, that's simultaneously published.
Mm-hmm.
So
Everywhere.
that there are no spoilers alert. No spoilers, not no spoilers.
No
alerted.
lawsuits, no spoiler alerts.
No
Everyone got the
lawsuits,
same content.
Yeah, and quick mention, that means that there were 3 years between when Goblet of Fire was released and Order of the Phoenix. So those were some dark years. I feel like most people in Harry Potter
hard
would
years.
consider those the dark years, because we had to wait a
worst.
long time for Order of the Phoenix to come out.
Especially because that plot just exploded after Goblet of Fire.
Oh, I know.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. He's back, baby.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Well,
What's going to happen?
you'll find out in 3 years.
Yep.
3 years. Good luck. Thanks for waiting.
In 2004, we got the Prisoner of Azkaban movie. I remember when that came out, and I was like, Mom, we have to go see it right now, right this second. I have to see the Prisoner of Azkaban movie. And I loved it. Loved that movie.
Oh, same. 2005, Goblet of Fire movie, Half-Blood Prince is published worldwide. Woohoo! And I spoiled the whole book for myself, which we've talked about a few times.
But what a good year. You got a movie and a brand new book.
And a book.
Where they go, like 04, Azkaban, 05, Goblet of Fire movie, and Half-Blood Prince book. I mean, like, those movies are catching up to the books at this point, and
Getting
those movies
quick.
are just flying into theaters, raking in the cash.
That's right.
2006, the American Library Association reported that the Harry Potter series was voted as favorite banned book. Do you guys remember?
Oh, I love favorite banned
all the
books.
talk. Like,
Oh my
we can't spend a
gosh.
ton of time on this, but do you remember all that discussion? I think it came out specifically from the Catholic Church, but there were definitely a lot of other like evangelical churches.
Well, I want to say my
Two.
small town, well, it's not small, but my town, Lubbock, or my city of Lubbock, there was some pretty big talk about it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
Like, I went to a Lutheran church growing up, and that was like, it wasn't even like said that it was a bad book, but it was like there was like talk and like murmurs in there, like, oh, is it okay to read? Like, can we read this book? I guess it's a bad book.
Yeah, it was definitely very controversial. But I have
I
like
read it.
hundreds
We
of
read it
copies
anyway.
of them, so
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
stop me.
Didn't stop me either. Haha.
Nope.
And then in 2007, the Order of the Phoenix movie is released, and Deathly Hallows was published worldwide. So the last book,
Yep.
2007, lots of boo-hoos because that was the end. Book 7 is out.
Right.
Huge deal.
It was huge. I remember my hand shaking as I bought the book.
Oh yeah, I remember getting mine in the mail. It came in one of those cool boxes from Amazon that was like, "Do not open until this day." Do you guys remember those?
Yeah, that's how we got our copy. I'm pretty sure my brother had it ordered, and it was like right when Amazon started being a thing.
I got my, I think I got my Order of the Phoenix from Amazon in 2003,
Wow. Crazy.
which was came in the same
I want
kind
to
of
say
box.
I got
Like,
one of
don't
my
open
Harry
it.
Potter books, early ones from there. All right, 2008, Mary GrandPré 10th Anniversary Edition came out, and I must say that's one of my favorite covers. That would be the Scholastic, for those who may not be sure who Mary GrandPré illustrates for.
Yeah, and I guess that was
Yeah.
the book that like set the precedence that like, hey, they're celebrating anniversaries. I wonder what other anniversaries they're going to be celebrating. I wonder what other books we're going to get. So
Yep.
That was pretty exciting.
That was also when the school market came out, I think. I could be wrong.
Well,
but yeah, beautiful cover.
This anniversary
Beautiful
edition,
cover.
unlike that collector edition that we have in the US, like actually had some bonus stuff inside of it. Not a ton, but it did have a few like extra pages with like sketches
and extra
illustrations.
art, didn't it?
Yeah, that was really the only bonus stuff was art. So
and the boards are fabulous. The red with the
book.
stars. Yeah,
So
they are.
nice.
We should do a tots on that one because Carly and I discussed that one pretty early on. I think we talked about GrandPré art, or Melanie, you might have been there.
That was
too.
my first episode with you guys.
That's
we talked about that.
Yeah, you want to Mary GrandPré that episode? That was
Fun puns.
yes.
So then in 2009, the Half-Blood Prince movie came out, and we all saw it.
Yep, and had mixed feelings.
Oh my gosh, that was the first one I did like a midnight showing. I saw it. I dressed up. Went for it. Definitely went for it.
Half-Blood Prince was the first movie I bought on like iTunes when iTunes started selling movies.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
It's pretty wild.
I still have it. I
didn't know iTunes sold movies until right now.
Oh, they have for a long time, Carly. And I think, Rita and I wanted to watch it. We were still dating. And yeah, I had a gift card and I was like, I'll just buy it. I like Harry Potter movies. And for a long time, it was the only movie I owned in iTunes. So like every time I'd update my iTunes account, it was like, do you want to put this movie on your iPod? And I'm like, no, I don't. No. Nope. Don't need it on my iPod mini with a 1-inch screen. I don't need to watch Harry Potter and
it could be fun.
Prince on the tiny screen.
Oh boy. But you know what you could watch a year later if you wanted to on your tiny screen? Possibly Deathly Hallows Part 1, because that's what happened in 2010. Is we got a Part 1 movie, and also, even more importantly, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade opens in Orlando, which was a huge deal. I mean, also the fact that Deathly Hallows came out as a Part 1 was a huge deal, because I really feel like the Harry Potter movies were the first to do that, to realize like, hey, wait a second, this story is so big and people are going to come spend so much money to see this part, and if we split it in half, then they'll have to pay a lot of money to see another part. Like, let's milk it for all we got and make it two parts.
The only thing that was similar to me that I could think of when I was thinking about this was the Matrix movies when they came out with Matrix 2 and 3.
I feel like those were sequels, though. It wasn't like
those
one.
were sequels, though.
They were, but they made them at the same time, and they released them like a month apart. Like it was almost. It was so close together.
Nah, I don't know.
I didn't know that end of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still not the same. It's not like what you're saying, where they took a book and they literally just cut it in half.
Yeah.
Well, in 2011, speeding right along, we have the Deathly Hallows Part 2 that came out, and I actually got to go to the premiere of that at LeakyCon in Florida.
Well, that's so fun.
It was fun.
Huh.
Yeah. Nice. It was for LeakyCon.
Did you dress up?
It was fun. I did not, but I did buy an Elder Wand, which I broke clapping, which was fitting given the end.
Amazing. That's great.
Unbeatable wand. Just give it to Carly. She'll snap it in half while she's clapping.
No.
How funny.
I know, right?
Oh, that's funny. So in 2012, Pottermore became a thing online. Did you guys jump on that right away? I think I did.
I did, actually. I did
100%. I was like, oh my God, it's being released. Like the beta is being released on such and such date at midnight. And I remember like refreshing my computer, trying to get onto this thing and spending so much time on Pottermore. And now it's not even a thing anymore. And it's so sad.
No.
But it was really fun.
It was fun.
I
It was a fun
remember
book companion.
I had just graduated college at that time. And so like, I don't know why I didn't do Pottermore more, but I didn't do Pottermore more. I did Potter less.
Oh.
You did Potter. That was the year that I took the Sorting Hat quiz and learned I was actually a Slytherin instead of everything else that I wanted to be.
Same.
Yeah, that was. I mean, the main reason I went on there was to take the quiz.
Yep.
I was devastated. Now I like my house.
That's when I found out I was a Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of us probably found out our houses then.
That's pretty cool.
But it's not. It's also cool.
Was it the event that happened in 2013?
Yeah, it totally is.
Probably.
Because in 2013, like I kind of hinted at before, we got our 15th anniversary books, which turned out to be an entire box set with artwork by Kazu Kibuishi. And it was the first time in the US that we had cover art not by Mary GrandPré. So that was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is the first time that I had to decide, like, well, I've already been collecting translations. Do I buy this entire box set of English books that I already own? And the answer was yeah, because it was on sale at Target for $70 one day. So I was like, oh, I'll buy it. That's a pretty good deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
The answer was yeah.
The answer was yeah.
I loved them. Oh my goodness. And 2014, we have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Diagon Alley and Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Japan. How cool is that, you guys?
So cool.
So cool.
What an awesome
and
park.
the Japan version was just the Hogsmeade, like it originally opened in Florida.
Yep.
2015 was a big year for book people because the first illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and Philosopher's Stone was released. And that book is incredible. That is, of course, the Jim Kay version.
So cool.
Just a treat to look at.
Guys, I'm speeding us up because I'm looking at the time and I am getting nervous. 2016, there were a lot of things that happened. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The movie is out. Cursed Child premieres on West End, and Wizarding World of Harry Potter opens up in Hollywood. So big year.
Wow, that was a bunch going on.
Big year. But what happened in 2017?
Mongolian is retranslated, and they're going to translate and that's the first time then the series was translated. All of the series was translated into Mongolian with the start of that retranslation.
Yeah, so that was like the second Mongolian. We talked about the Nepco Mongolian one a few episodes ago, but like this was like, hey, we have a new publisher. We're going to publish them all again with a new translator. So all you crazy translator collectors have to buy this one also.
Buy them all again. This time it's 7. Very cool.
And then in 2018, Crimes of Grindelwald movie came out. And we also got the Brian Selznick box set, which was the 20th anniversary of all the Harry Potter books. And that is, again, new cover art for the books that we all know and love. And some translations, like Belarusian, for example, like picked the Brian Selznick art for the art that they used in their translation for their very first translation, which I thought was pretty cool.
It is.
I thought it was brilliant.
What's also super cool is what happened in 2019, which is that Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure opened up at Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So they took down
still my favorite roller coaster,
added a new roller coaster, and it is dope. Love it.
Yes.
Still haven't been. I want to go.
Oh, so good.
Worth it.
I know.
2020, Maori. How cool is that? Is released in a push to keep the language alive. It's one of their projects that they're doing. It's 100 books in Maori that they're publishing. It's really a neat project to begin with, and Harry Potter was book 1 of the whole thing.
And it has unique cover art.
Yeah, it's unique covers. It's fabulous. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness, you guys.
We had that as our translation of the show at some point, so go listen to that one because it's so good. But in 2021, just because Melanie lives in New York, they opened a whole store there called Harry Potter New York in Manhattan. Hooray!
So good. It's another amazing Harry Potter experience that everyone has to go to at some point.
I still need to go.
Girl, come on down. I got a room for you.
I need to go too.
I know.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it a thing.
Yeah, we will.
We'll all just go. And just to round things out, to let you guys know that in 2022, if you didn't already know, which is the year that we are in right now, it's the Secret Sword of Dumbledore movie came out this year. But also, we're about to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is amazing.
Very, very cool.
I just celebrated by pre-ordering the 25th anniversary of the book from the UK, which is coming out in June. So, yay.
Where did you pre-order, Eric?
Do that.
On Book Depository was the best place to find that book for Americans. I looked around. It's like $22 plus free shipping. So it's actually cheaper than buying it on Amazon UK.
Pre-order when we get done recording.
Yeah,
Same.
Thank you.
Go do that.
Same. Awesome. Guys, we did it. We did it in under 25 minutes, but I feel like we need to get the whole episode done in 25 minutes. So,
okay.
Yep, we're doing great, though. We're doing great.
Let's go. Fastest tots of all time. And go.
Today's translation of the show is a language we've already talked about, which is Icelandic from Iceland. And this book initially came out with a really cool cover that was unique to the Icelandic translation, which we've talked about in a previous episode. But for this episode, we're going to talk about my first copy that I got of this book, which is the GrandPré cover art, which is now what the entire series is available in. They said, you know what, this smoke-filled cover with Harry with the Hufflepuff tie is cool, but we want to be more like everyone else, I guess, and get the GrandPré art. So they did that. So this book has the Mary GrandPré cover art on it. It is a hardcover book. There's no jacket. It's just kind of that, like, it's the boards and there you go kind of book. And on a scale of 1 to 5 on how hard this book is to get, Melanie, what do you say?
I would say like a 1 or 2. Like, it's not hard.
I'd say 1 or 2. It's not hard. And then value?
I guess it's like the cost of a book because they're still out.
Yep. So mine was, mine is the cost of a new book. I have the sticker and the receipt inside. It's not very expensive at all. So
nope. Cool.
There it is. All right.
But how does it
let's
smell?
Open it. I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's smell it. Open up your book and smell it.
I'm giving it an exceeds expectations. I like it.
I'm giving it an acceptable.
Carly?
What? It smells sweet. I give it exceeds expectations.
Fantastic. Size and proportions. I like this book. I think the size and proportions are really great. I am giving this book an outstanding.
Wow.
I'm going to actually do the same. Good job.
Wow. I agree. Outstanding size and proportions.
Oh, wow. We have 3 outstandings, you guys.
Triple O. And how it feels in your hands, it feels really good. The cover's very, like, slippery.
Oh, I
almost,
love it.
and shiny. But
I love it. It's an outstanding
and
for me.
It's the perfect size. I'm giving it an O.
I agree how it feels in your hands. It's so glossy. Woo! I love it. Outstanding.
Super glossy. It's got really good quality also. It's made really well. It doesn't crack when you open the spine. It's not going to fall apart. I like the cover. The corners don't really get dented or anything. I'm giving it an O for...
My corners are so sharp.
Mine are so sharp.
Seriously.
I'm giving it an O. I think this book is great quality.
I agree with an O.
Ho And then cover art. It's the GrandPré cover art. The only notable thing for me is that the Harry Potter movie font and title is red, and then the spine on mine, it's all in white, which is a little different. There's no kind of shininess. So it's okay. I wish there was some more foil or shininess, or it looked a little bit poppier. Like, I wish it had a little more zazz coming out of it. So I'm giving mine
there are actually
an
different
acceptable.
estates
It's
of
fine
this,
for
but
me.
I know we're...
Yeah, I agree. I would say it's an acceptable.
Yeah.
I wish the title of the book, the Philosopher's Stone part, was in the archway, like in the other books, but
That would have been cool.
Yeah. No, but it's still really
that would have
nice.
made it out. That would have probably made it exceeds expectations.
Yeah, but I'm giving it an A. It's fine.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
Guys, that was the fastest episode we've ever done.
Seriously, we did great.
Yeah, we're already done because that is all the time we have for today. Ha ha ha, 25 minutes. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us all on Instagram. Carly is at All the Pretty Books. Erik is at Nocturne Erik, and I am there at the Harry Potter Collection. You can also access our websites, alltheprettybooks.net and theharrypottercollection.com to find any pictures. You can also find the Instagram for this podcast at Dialoguealleypodcast, or you can contact us by sending us a Gmail at dialoguealleypodcast@gmail.com. You can also join us if you would like to add a little bit more to the conversation by participating on our Discord, and you do that by supporting us on Patreon. You can access that at patreon.com/dialoguealley.
We also really appreciate the support just in general. Like, it's so nice to be able to know that we can keep doing this because of people donating and participating on Patreon. So thank you.
Remember, you can find us on Apple, on Google, on Spotify, any of your podcast hosting locations. And whatever location you guys are listening to us on, if you could leave us a review, it's super helpful to us and it's super helpful to other people that are listening to our podcast to know what they're listening about. And with that being said, that was a super fast episode of Dialogue Alley Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. So it is time to walk back through the archway and into your daily lives. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.